I believe there is some kind of spirit world out there, and uh, rather than say spirit, I could say non-material life. There is non-material life. Um, I don't know how much of it there is, or where it is, or I don't claim to know any of that stuff. Um, and to be honest, I don't think anybody really does. People claim to know, but I don't think anybody really does know. I'm willing to say that I don't have many answers. And it's not that I don't know what I believe. People will say, oh, well, you don't know what you believe. No, I know what I believe. I believe I don't know. And no offense, but whoever you are watching out there, I believe you don't know too. I understand that a lot of people, religious people, have convictions and they believe them firmly. They can believe them just as firmly as I hold to my firmest. And that's fine. And I'm not trying to stop anyone from having a belief. So, anyway, to move along, do I believe in life after death? I've never personally seen evidence of life after death. I have seen death. And death is death. As far as I know about death, when someone dies, they rot and they turn back into their elemental chemical parts because they've stopped living. There have been a lot of people who have claimed to have after death, or not after death, near death experiences. And it would be arrogant for me to say that those people were all uh, or that they were making it up. But I also can't say that there aren't influences within the brain. I mean, we perceive things with our brains, and chemicals do affect things. So while I can't say that those people who have near-death experiences are hallucinating, I also can't say that they aren't. I think it is possible that certain neurons are affected certain ways when someone comes very near to death, and they have experiences which are very similar to experiences other people have, and they are interpreted as near death experiences, as an introduction to the afterlife. There have also been a lot of people, though, who have claimed to have contact with dead relatives. There have even been some group reports of people seeing someone who was recently dead, and I really have no answer to that. All I can say is I have no personal evidence that says that when someone dies, they continue living. So, to be honest, my answer to that is I just don't know. I don't know if there is an afterlife. To be honest, I would like to think that, when you die, you don't just die. I would like to think that, the people I care about aren't one day just going to die and they're going to cease to exist, and whatever joy they've had is all they'll ever have. And if, as is true in some cases, their life was primarily filled with suffering, that's all they're ever going to experience is a lot of suffering. But I can't say that I know. And unfortunately, I can't say that I have any evidence, any conclusive evidence, other than, some eyewitness testimony from a few people, that there is anything beyond death. That people and animals and plants and bacteria and all kinds of life have been living and reproducing and dying for a very long time. Many, many millions of years. And as far as I know, as far as I can say conclusively, it seems we are probably just more members of that heritage of being born, and growing up and reproducing and dying. So as far as what I believe, I believe because logic tells me, reason tells me, the universe had to have been designed. Life, DNA had to have been designed. Those things are too complex and too well ordered, I think, to have worked out any other way. We're one of the many results of the process of evolution that followed that. I do believe there is a natural law, a universal law, that there are things that are right and things that are wrong. And without some kind of higher power deciding that, it can't be true. But of course, that's just based on how I feel. And the way I feel, if a group of people, if a society decided, okay, we're going to get together and kill a child every year, they would be wrong to do that. And it wouldn't matter if they were all in agreement. It wouldn't matter even if they found some way of talking the child into agreeing to being killed every year. They would be wrong in doing it. It would be wrong every time they did it for anybody to do that, along with lots of other things. I think abortion is wrong. And that really can't be true without a higher power. But then, that's my opinion, and I understand that other people have other opinions. Anyway, that's the way it is. So there is my video about what I believe, and it's probably too long, probably take up a couple of videos, but there you have it. I hope that explains